Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Juan, Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Pacific, I'm the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate your viewership. The topic of discussion for today is real estate. Invest first, protect second. What do I mean by that? You know, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, a lot of different platforms, right? Just check the links below if you want to know our social media handles and where to follow us. But being that I'm on these platforms, I get a lot of contacts from people, and I appreciate all your feedback, right? And one of the questions I receive often is, hey Juan Pablo, what's the best entity to hold a property? Hey Juan Pablo, in my state, should I buy this property as an LLC or as a limited partnership? Hey Juan Pablo, how do I buy a property in my business name, being that the bank wants me to close on this property in my personal name? I receive all those type of questions where pretty much the different variations of the same question, right? And it's all about protection. I want to be able to protect my assets, my real estate assets, before, okay, I get started in real estate. And I have to disagree. And again, you know, many people have their comments, they have their reasoning, but keep in mind, I'm a full-time real estate investor with 72 units in my portfolio. So I know a thing or two about investing in real estate. So if you want to comment, your first question is, do you have more units than 72? Do you have experience? Do you even have one unit? All right? You get a lot of people, they always got opinions, but when you ask them, hey, well, where's the credibility at? Where's the evidence to back up your claim? I don't have any. Okay, great. Well, how about you do this? How about you just listen and take notes and just have an open mind? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to sound arrogant here. Only thing I'm trying to say is have an open mind. Okay? All right, so let's dive into it. The reason why I say invest first and protect second is as follows. Why are you so focused on protecting your assets and you have no assets to protect? So you're spending all this time doing all this research on the best entity to hold properties or how to avoid closing your first deal in your business name, and you have no properties in your portfolio. The more important question is this: how do you invest first? That's what you should be focusing on. What do you have at your disposal to invest? What can you bring to the table? Now, there's three things to bring to the table when investing in real estate. The number one thing is credit. The second thing is money. The third thing is time. Now, you don't need to have all three to get started, okay? You don't need to have 800 FICO score. You don't need to have 50,000 in cash, and you don't need to have 40 hours a week to invest in real estate. But you do need to have one of the three, okay? So if you don't have the credit and you don't have the money, you got to bring the time. Not 40 hours, I recommend 20 hours. But if you don't have the time and you don't have the credit, you got to bring some money to the table. Now, if you don't have the time or the credit, if you don't have the time or the money, then you have to bring the credit to the table. So that's the first thing you should be focused on. What can you bring to the table to get your first deal done so that you can invest in real estate? And then once you are able to bring those resources to the table and closing your first deal, then your second priority should be focusing on how to protect your assets. It's like this. You heard, like, what you want to do is put all your eggs in one basket and protect that basket. Because many people, for one, this is another topic I like to discuss, and you probably heard this from other thought leaders as well. But many people say, hey, you want to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. No, you put all your eggs in one basket. I put all my eggs, all my money, all my time, all my credit in one basket called real estate investing. That's how I got 72 eggs in this one basket. You follow? Great. You want to put, oh, I want to put some of my money and my time in cryptocurrency. Oh, I want to put some of my time, my money, and some of my credit into stocks and bonds. And you will never be a master of none. You heard the old adage before, jack of all trades and master of none. People who are highly paid in the marketplace are masters at one thing. And then once they master that one thing, then they move on to the next. Okay? So I put all my eggs in one basket, and then after I invest, I focus on protecting my assets. Then I go to my attorney and say, hey, what's the best entity to hold properties? Hey, what's the best way to protect my assets? Not only do I go to attorneys, but I go to insurance brokers as well. And just to answer your question about asset protection, I get it. You want to make sure that when you buy your first deal, you don't want someone to give you a frivolous lawsuit like a tenant who slips and falls and they want to sue you for hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. But my friend, that's what insurance is for. I make sure I have adequate insurance, even for vandalism. If a tenant wants to be spiteful and pour cement down my toilet, I have insurance to cover that. Vandalism insurance, that exists. So you don't have to be so caught up in the best way to hold property. Should I incorporate my property in Delaware? Should I start an LLC first before I buy my first deal? No! Focus on investing in your first property first, all right? Take the advice from me. Again, I have 72 units in my portfolio. I kid you not. So with all these units in my portfolio, I made it my first priority to master the art of investing. And then I can outsource the protecting to qualified people like an attorney as well as an insurance broker, okay? And that's what you want to focus on first and foremost. So if you're focused on investing, I highly urge you to make this claim that you will close on your first deal within the next 12 weeks. Let's say maximum time within the next year. Don't let the next year, calendar year go by with you still being dealless. No properties, no real estate in your portfolio whatsoever. Okay, so that's my piece of advice that I offer to you, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to place your comments below. Feel free to disagree, okay? But just make sure you actually have more than 72. And if you have more than 72 and you want to challenge it, I welcome it, because that's what the viewers need to see. They need to see a difference of opinion and see who could argue their case best, and let the viewers decide who wins, all right? As always, guys, this is to your success. I want you to continue to earn passively and live passionately. And if you're interested in closing on your first deal within the next 12 weeks, your first property, your first rental property, investing in your first property, I highly recommend our program, How to Close on Your First Deal in 12 weeks or less using wholesaling and lease options. We have a free workshop for those of you who check out the links below. It's a long workshop. It's about 2 hours in length. So it's full of a lot of content, all right? More content than you'll see in this video. So make sure you take a look at it and keep on keeping on, guys. You'll close on your first deal, but make sure you set your priorities straight. Focus on investing first, then protecting next. Because I get a lot about business too. Hey, well, how should I protect my business and this? And listen, you even make no money yet off your business. Why do you spend up all this money incurring all these costs and you even make a profit yet? Just get started. That's the key with business. Done is better than perfect. Get it done, invest, and then make it perfect by protecting it later. Okay? All right, guys, you got it. As always, to your success, continue to earn passively, live passionately. Peace.